Follow Cheap Not Broke on Instagram and TikTok at Cheap Not Broke.
Cheap Not Broke fam, what's happening, everybody? It's time for the Wednesday rant. Thank you all for tuning back in. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what it is. Thank you for all the new subscribers and the viewers. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and man, we are at 1380 something. So we're gonna hit 1400. Each and every one matters to me, so I appreciate you all tuning in, subscribing, and all that good stuff. And today's topic is the Florida resident. I know 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things about hurricanes. God bless everybody that's going through the hurricane right now. Hurricane Milton going through Florida right now. That's why I want to talk about it, because I saw this video. My fiance sent me this video, and this girl talking about evacuation and why she's not evacuating and all this other stuff. And I forget where it was. It was a mayor, a town or somewhere. She said, "You better evacuate. You're gonna die." I'm like, man, is she gonna get reelected? Not talking like that. That's not what people want to hear. And I just want to get on here and talk about, hey, listen, everybody can't evacuate. It don't work like that. Evacuation costs money, and long before there's evacuation happening, you got to do other things. So you didn't like you just don't know what everybody's situation is. Evacuation do cost a little bit of money. It does cost money. You know, you got to get in the car, drive, got to get a hotel. Hotels, let me tell you something. They jack the prices up, okay? Just because there's a hurricane going on, don't think they give you discounts and slash prices. Prices are going up. Supply and demand. You know how this stuff works. People need the supplies, so they jack up the prices. Just like you go to Home Depot, plywood is going to be expensive. Everything that you need to board up the house is expensive, and people are buying more of it, so it gets expensive. Flights get expensive. We'll talk about that later. All the stuff go up. Everything goes up when it's kind of hurricane evacuation. And listen, you don't have a lot of time to figure this out. First off, you got to wait around and figure out, well, okay, is it coming to us? Is it not coming to us? And then you probably figure out like a day or two at most to figure out, all right, okay, it's coming. It's coming this way. We got to figure out, get out of here. So you got to take care of everything. You probably got kids. You got to get your kids together. Pack enough stuff for them. You're going to be gone for a few days. And you don't know what the condition is going to be when you come back. So you don't know what that is. You got to make sure your place is in a situation where you can go. And this is people with houses now. I'm not talking about apartment buildings. Apartment, you don't own that building. Who cares? If you lose, you just get another one. A house is different. You own that. That's you're responsible for. You got to pay all the taxes, the damages, anything that happens, you got to pay it. The insurance, all that. You got to pay all that. So it's a little different for people with houses when they don't want to go. And I get it. It costs a lot of money. And for people who've never been through a hurricane, to sit there and say, oh, you should leave and evacuate, that's a bit dismissive, super dismissive. What about people in Asheville, North Carolina? They didn't know it was going to turn out like that. They had no idea it was going to turn out like that. Are they supposed to evacuate? No, you don't always know. You don't always know. Now, if you're around the beach, you on like beachside, oh yeah, you better get your ass out of there. Oh yeah, you got to go. You got to go. You can't stay by the beach where if you can see the water, you need to leave. Because that water's coming in. It's coming. That's the first place it's going to come. It's right by the beach, right off of the beach. So you got to go. But everybody else, different situation. And think about it. Florida has what? 2 major highways. They got 95 heading out, major interstates. You got 95 taking you all the way through the state from top to bottom. And then you got 75 taking you up through Tampa over to Tallahassee. And then you got where you can go. You can either go to Georgia, Alabama. That's the closest places you can go. Let me look at a map. United States. Yeah, let me look at the map. See where we go. Let's pull up a map. United States map. United States map. Here we go. Boom. So yeah, you can go to Georgia, Alabama. Mississippi's too far. Yeah, you're going to Georgia, Alabama. That's the 2 places you can go. Those are the only 2 bordering states in Florida. So that's where you're going, to Georgia, Alabama, or you're going to go to North Florida. So that's it. That's the only place you're going to go. And you're going to go to some rural town because the closest city, once you get to outside of Jacksonville, closest major city is Atlanta, Well, you got Savannah, you got Macon, you got those other places. Then heading west, you got Tallahassee, which is still on the coastline. So then you have to keep going east, and everything is east. It's all coastline. All that is coastline. So people can't just drive. Let me show you. Let's look at Florida real quick. Show you why people don't just leave. Look at the map. Putting up the map. Bam. Here's the map. Here is the map of Florida. Now, if you're going to leave Florida, where the hell you going? Where you going? Oh, man. It's not even bringing it. Let me bring the big map. Show us the big map. Show this tab instead. There we go. Here we go. Look at Florida. Where you going? You can only go so many places. Damn it. All this crap warming up. Look, you got Florida. You can come up 95. Bam. If you're down here, which is just coming through Tampa, you got I-20 going across the state. You got 95 going north, heading out. You got 75 taking you West Florida, and then you got I-10 taking you out the state. That's it. That's all you got. You don't have that many interstates. You don't have a lot. You got other back roads and U.S. highways and stuff. There's other roads now. That's not only, but these are the major highways. 95 heading out, 10 heading west, 75 on the west coast, on the west side of Florida. That's it. That's all you want to go. And if you're down here in Tampa, you're probably going to go to Jacksonville. Atlanta is way up here. You go to Albany, or you're going to go somewhere here. That's it. That's where you're going. So ain't too many places to go. And there's no cities. There's no cities to go to. So when people say, you should leave Florida and shit like that, man, you ain't got a lot of places to go. If you're in the Central Florida, you can go to Jacksonville. If you're in Jacksonville, you're not going to Atlanta. Savannah, look, and all this is coastline. You got to go way over here. It's not that easy to get away from it, man. The hurricane is huge. So that's why I just evacuate and go away. You got to go far. You got to go really far depending on where the thing is and how big it is. Now it's going across Tampa, so you got to come up in here. You can't just, and then you got to go get a hotel. The hotels cost a lot of money. Like say, supply and demand. Or hurricane come up, we jacking up these prices of hotel. We know you got to stay here. And what you about to do? Call the police? Oh no, they're charging too much money for the hotels for the hurricane. Nope, you're gonna pay that. And if you got kids, you might need more than one room. Who knows what the situation is? Everybody don't have money. Some people are elderly. They can't just go like that. Some people are elderly. They can't. It's tough for them. You gotta have your medication. You go someplace you don't have your medication. You can't get to that stuff. It's a lot of stuff. But look, check this out. I got a video for you. This is the video that I saw. Let me see. I want to share it. Oh, this is the video I saw. We're going to talk about it. If it'll pull it up for me. Here we go. Check this out.
I'll be like, y'all need to evacuate. Do y'all got evacuation money? Because I can't afford my rent here. You think I can afford to go somewhere else? Like, it's not free to evacuate. Gas already high, and you talking about I need to get on the road, go somewhere, and I got to pay to go wherever I'm going. Like, what are y'all talking about? Evacuate. You're not taking it serious. Baby, my bank account, I guess not taking it serious because I can't afford that.
Boom. And there it is. There it is. So that was the video I saw. And look, and everybody in the comments was commenting on her wig. Well, you know what? If you didn't have that wig on, you can evacuate. Sell the wig so you can evacuate. Well, hold on. Wait a minute now. You don't know you have to evacuate till like maybe 24, 48 hours. You don't know that early. You don't know no 2 weeks ahead of time you got to evacuate. Like, hey, you don't know in December. You know we're going to have a hurricane in October. You might want to save some money. People don't know that. So, look, no, you don't know. You just don't know. Everybody... Some people live in check to check and they just don't have the money to go evacuate. It's just not that, like she said, it's not that easy. Everything goes up. Prices of gas go up. Everything goes up because look, they know you need that. And then from what I heard, they run out of gas because think about it. It's a hurricane coming. They're not sending any gas trucks. No gas. Like we're not sending no gas trucks down there. They got to let that thing pass. So gas run out. They got to wait till it passes to send the gas trucks down there. So stuff start running short, baby. I mean, think about Katrina. Why did a lot of people Katrina? If you saw Spike Lee's documentary, I mean, I forget the name of it, but Spike Lee's documentary that really gave some insight on the Hurricane Katrina. That was different. That situation was different. They had the National Guard out there. Some people went to jail for some stuff. It was wild. That was wild. They got displaced. People had to go to other cities. And you can still see some areas down there. That's like 2005, 2005, 15. It's almost 20 years ago, and there's still areas that you can see results for what Katrina happened. Like Six Flags down there, it never reopened, and I think the park is still down there, like looking like a zoo. So, nah, man. Now the evacuation side of the game is not what you think, and then you got to come back home. After you evacuate, you got to get back home, and you may not be able to get back home. Roads might be clogged. You don't know what the situation is. You may not be able to just get back home. Unfortunately, most people don't have $1,000 in the bank account for emergencies. They don't. They do not. They do not. A lot of people do not have $1,000 in their bank account for emergencies. A lot of people don't have $1,000. Period. It's not an easy thing, y'all. It's not an easy thing, and you don't know when stuff is going to happen. You just don't know. So, and we're not going to get into why people don't have that money. We'll get into that another night. But people don't have the money. We're not going to argue about that. People don't have the money. And then you just gotta, and then when something like this come up, like I say, you gotta pay more money. You gotta pay more money. The hotel gonna cost you about $200 a night. So hotel's about $200 a night, 3 nights, $600. Filling up the car's $40 there and back. That's $80. That's $680. $20 for food. $500. You already have $500 right there, babe. You already have $500 right there. So now look. I ain't gonna lie. We had a hurricane one time. We didn't have to evacuate. I went outside playing the hurricane. Man, the winds were blowing. I had my coat going. Boom, out doing up, floating around, all that. That was a good time, man. It was in high school. Last hurricane I went through, it was in high school. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But it wasn't this serious. It was like a tropical storm category 1. It was nothing near what's going on right now. God bless everybody who's going through Hurricane Milton right now. And hurricane season's been pretty active because usually it is over by October. It is October 9th, and we're still getting hurricanes. I think, when does hurricane season end? I thought it ended in October, but let's see. Hurricane season dates. Yeah, how long is hurricane season? June 1st to November 30th. That's 6 months. 6 months out of the year that the ocean is active. June 1 through November 30th. So December, January, February, March, April, May is back on in June. That's wild. That's 6 months out of the year. I never thought about that. I thought it was like 4. But now I guess they open it up to 6 months out of the year, which is a lot. So I mean, 6 months out of the year, you got to deal with this stuff. Crazy. And they're saying that the world is getting warmer. And they're going to happen a little more frequent. November 30th. That's a whole nother... Thank you, Mr. Hall. November 30th. That's a whole nother 2 months. It's October 9th, November 9th, November 30th. That's a while. That is a while. I just bought a calculator for my car. Still can't pass smog. Smog that's kicking my... Oh, man. We had to do that, man. With my fiance's car, we had to get her car. We had to pass the smog test. And we had to drive over 100 miles. And one thing about driving... What we had to do, you had to drive to get the tag, so we didn't have the tag on the car. So we had to go sneak out in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m, go drive like 100 miles, back and forth, driving laps to get this thing to pass the smog test. Smog test was a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass. And those catalytic converters, oh yeah, they're not cheap. And they're not cheap. And people still catalytic convert. I don't know why. It was a famous actor. He got shot downtown. Somebody stealing his catalytic converter. He said something to him and they shot him over a catalytic converter. That's crazy. I guess I know why they steal. There's like platinum in there, but who's buying that? Now, here's what you can do. They do have catalytic converter covers. So if you're worried about your catalytic converter getting stolen, you can get a catalytic converter cover, which is it covers your catalytic converter. It's a hard piece of metal that you put over there and you lock it. And let me see. Catalytic converter cover. Where is it? Catalytic converter. So if y'all ever see, because some people might need one. Here it is. Catalytic converter cover. I used to work at AutoZone. I know a thing or two about the cars. So they got different ones. This is a little different than the one I was seeing. So what this is it's a plate. You screw these plates in there, and you can't steal the catalytic converter. They go over there. But the one I'm looking for is more like a lock. It goes over the catalytic converter, so you can't even see it. It covers it up. These are a little different, But the one I had, it was like a little enclosure. You put it over there, you put a lock on, you can't take it off. But yeah, I don't know why people are still in catalytic converters. That's a damn shame. It is what it is. But damn, people still in catalytic converters. Whatever. Whatever. But if you got anybody with the hurricane going through the hurricane right now, call and check on them. Check on them. Make sure they're straight. Make sure that, they still got power and all that stuff. Make sure they got a way to charge up their devices and all that stuff. Because you lose power, you don't have a way to charge your devices. Nobody can get in touch with you to check on you. So you got to make sure of that. And here's another thing. They were saying FEMA is running out of money. FEMA, let me see. FEMA, because I listened to this guy call in. FEMA Hurricane Milton. Here we go. FEMA Hurricane Milton. Federal assistance exceeds $34 billion. Listen, federal assistance happen every year. Hurricanes happen every year. We haven't had no hurricane in I don't know how many years. And y'all collect taxes from people all the time. Cut the check. Stop playing with people, FEMA. Get the money. Now, this is a damn shame. Now, let's see. I'm in Duval, Florida. We're doing good with the hurricane, but I did buy a lot of items. Oh, yeah. You got to buy a lot of stuff. And that, too. That costs money, too. If you stay put, you can't. Listen, there is no cheap way to get outside the hurricane. You got to spend money. Hurricane come, you got to spend some money. I'm glad everything's safe, Mrs. Hall. Hurricane come, you got to spend money. You got to either stock up your place and ride it out, or you got to leave and you got to spend money to go. It's no cheap way out. Nobody's. What you gonna do? Everybody don't have money. That's why a lot of people didn't leave Katrina. And I understood this when I watched Spike Lee's documentary. A lot of the families like, look, we don't have a car, we don't have anywhere to go. And yes, they were busing people to the shelters and stuff like that, but it still didn't work out for everybody. Everybody couldn't go. Some people had elderly family members that they just couldn't get them there, so they had to stay in and ride it out with them. So it was a lot. Now Hurricane Katrina was different. That was a whole different. And then they didn't send federal aid down there quickly. So it was a whole other thing. That was when George Bush was over. George Bush, man, he messed that stuff up big time. But yeah, the governor of Florida, DeSantis, the guy just saying, what he got? What did he put in the history books? Oh yeah, that slavery was that people learned from slavery. Yeah, dumbass. But anyway, he didn't want to meet Kamala Harris. Came down there, talk about that federal money. He didn't want to meet with her. What kind of stuff is that? You the governor. You're gonna be good no matter what. If something was happening like that to the governor, he gonna be in another state. They're gonna move him. He's gonna be okay no matter what. The governor of any state is not dealing with the natural disaster. He's gonna be somewhere safe. So the least you can do is sign the check. So the other people, your citizens of your state, the people who voted for you, at least they can get what they need. And then we're gonna see what's up with insurance companies, because insurance companies, they don't like to pay out when these hurricanes and all these different things come out. Everybody got to pay all this high money for this insurance. They threaten you. Oh, you need to make adjustments, get a new roof. You need to cut your grass. You need to get rid of the dog. All these different things to keep your insurance. And then when a natural disaster happens, oh, we don't want to pay out. Well, when a natural disaster happens, you're going to get a lot of claims. You're getting a lot of claims. And they don't even talk about the claims on the news. You don't hear anything about the insurance on the news, because some of these companies are not paying. Some of these companies don't want to pay anybody. Or you find out your policy wasn't what you thought it was when you got it. Well, I've been paying on this thing 10 years. Why can't I collect on my policy? You got to read your terms and conditions, man. They be trying to play with y'all. They be trying to play with people out here. But shout out to everybody, man, that's in Florida going through the hurricane. Like I said, the comments, man, people are insensitive. Very insensitive. Talk about the girl's wig. Like, you should sell the wig so you can evacuate. Yeah, okay. I found out 2 days ago. She could have probably just been getting off work, and she was just venting like, hey, I just got this job. I can't leave. Who knows what her circumstances are? Who knows? But that is what it is. Anyway, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Wednesday rant. Evacuation is not cheap. It is not cheap to get out there and leave for no hurricane. People just out there talking out the side of their neck. You should just jump in your car, leave, or go sleep in your car. Shut up. You're nowhere near a hurricane. Only thing you do is drink hurricanes at the bar. Shut up. I want to hear that. Have some empathy. Have some compassion for people. Have some compassion. Don't just be out getting on the internet talking about folk. You don't know what's going on. If you want to donate, please hit that Cash App. Hit that Super Chat. Super Chat. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. And please hit that like button. Hit subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe button. FEMA is giving over $1,200 if your power is out, $24 and $750 if your food go bad. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. So how long does your power have to go out? Does it have to go out at all or have to be out for like a week? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna make you jump through some hoops to get that $1,200. Let us know. Please let us know how long is it gonna take to get that FEMA money. Because I remember a long time when Hurricane Katrina happened, FEMA was a mess. Nobody got the money, and they built a bunch of houses that nobody ever lived in. You can see all that stuff down there. I didn't go out there in New Orleans, but I've seen the stuff on the internet. I've seen it all on the internet. Wild stuff. Okay. Okay. That's what it is. But hey, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all feel about evacuation. Have you ever had to evacuate? Have you ever been in a situation where you had to evacuate, leave somewhere, not just for a hurricane? It's all kind of things that can happen. Had to evacuate a place for a little while. I've had to evacuate my apartment when they spray for bugs. I got to evacuate. I got to get out of here. I got to go somewhere else. So everybody has to do it. When you go spray for roaches and put the roach bomb down, you got to evacuate. So I've had to evacuate a few times for that. But other than that, no, I haven't had to evacuate. But if you had to evacuate, I would love to know your experience. Let me know. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. But if not, we're going to move on to the next segment of the show. You know what time it is. It's time for that interesting news. Let's go. Cheap Now Bro fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button. All right, it's time for some interesting news. But first, what did you say? I had to evacuate from wildfires in San Diego. Oh yes, that's right. The wildfire. Yeah, I forgot because we haven't had the wildfires in a minute. It's been about what? About 2 years. I remember like a couple years ago, the wildfires were bad. Smoke. Oh man, they just come outside, smoke, and it just get dark because of the fires. But yeah. I forgot all about the wildfires. Yeah, they do happen out here in California. Wildfire, mudslide, all that crazy crap. Yes, well, good thing you had to make it out. But yeah, them wildfires, that's a whole nother thing. Because how we had we one time it was really dry in Florida. We had wildfires too. I know what that's all about. All right, let's get to some interesting news. Let's get to it. All right. Just like I was talking about, where is this? Where is it at? United Airlines was accused of charging people, charging people extra money to fly out during the hurricane. Which is, like I said, they price gouge. Let me pull up the article. United Air, because now you got to have some money to fly out during the hurricane. I don't know too many people. Most people are going to drive their car because look, shoot, I can't do that. I can't drive my damn. You got to leave your car there. You don't want your car to blow away. No, I want to come back and find my car here. Here we go. Nope, United Air. Where the hell's the article at? But anyway, yeah, United Airlines, which makes sense. They're charging more money for people to get out. Now I can imagine they're booking more flights because a lot of people are trying to get out of there and whatever. But everybody's price gouging all the way across. Airlines, gas, food, Home Depot with the plywood. Everybody raised the price of everything. Supply and demand because of the hurricane. And then hurricane pass, everything go back to normal. Not necessary. But you got to get that stuff though. You got to have that stuff that you need. They steal catalytic convert. They steal those a lot. Catalytic converters. Oh yeah, they steal those all the time. I don't know why though. That's better stuff to steal than that. I'm not encouraging stealing, but damn, you gotta get up under and cut it off. That's a lot. Man. I mean, shoot, I ain't gonna say nothing else. I don't want nobody doing nothing to me. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. What's the next story? Elon Musk, same thing. Elon Musk Starlink charges Hurricane Helene survivors $400 for free internet service. Elon Musk pledged to give victims of Hurricane Helen 30 days of free access to satellite-based Starlink. Starlink is a new internet service that I think they're putting on United Airlines. It's supposed to be really fast. You can watch YouTube, Netflix. Hey, if you can watch Netflix on the plane, hey, that's a whole nother thing. But the billionaire failed to mention that survivors of the disastrous storm had claimed the lives of more than 200 people. Blah, blah, blah. Will need to fork over $400 for the system's hardware. Oh, so it's free, but the hardware costs money. Starlink division of Musk rocket building spines exploration firm X announced its official eggs last week that the service is now free for 30 days for survivors of Helene who live in areas where the fiber connects were cut off. But I guess they're charging for the service, which is always crazy. They always try to do something like that. According to the company, anyone in a disaster area who signs up for internet service free will then automatically be moved to a $120 a month residential subscription after the 30 days. So this is nothing free at all. They're getting you to sign up for $120 a month for 30 days free after you went through a hurricane. That's nasty work. Nasty work. Come on, man. Get them people 6 months free. They got to get everything back together. But you want to charge them $120 a month and give them 30 days free after they went to the hurricane. That's preying on the weak. That's preying on the weak. The people don't have that kind of money. That is predatory. 100% predatory. Oh, wow. Let's take advantage. They just went through the hurricane. Let's give them 30 days free. We know they're not within the paperwork. And then we'll charge them $120 after that. You know how those evil villains do. Yeah, that's predatory as hell. Because you're not offering to everybody. You're offering it specific to some people who just went through a disaster. And that's no benefit to them. That is no benefit to them people. Damn. $400 for the equipment, then $120 a month. Elon Musk is a filthy slime bag. He's a dirty man. He's a dirty man. And Twitter has declined since he's got it. I don't like Twitter like that. Free is that. Free what is that? Now that's not unfree. It's not free. Look, 30 days free, but you paid $129. You divide that by the 30 days free, you didn't save no money. And then you got to pay for the hardware. And they're offering to some people who just went through a hurricane. They just went through a hurricane. Getting people 6 months free. 6 months free. They don't have that kind of money. They're trying to get their place back together. See, but this is the kind of stuff they're not talking about. This is predatory. Predatory is disgusting. It's disgusting, but nobody's talking about it. We talk about it here on Cheap Not Broke. That's why I bring interesting news to y'all to let y'all know some of this stuff ain't good. And this is not good. Elon Musk is a terrible man. He's a terrible man. Smart man, but terrible. Terrible man. Starlink. Now, I wonder is it going to be free? Now, they said it's going to be free on the airplane, but I doubt it. They're probably going to raise the price of the ticket. They can raise the price of the ticket, including the ticket price, and then we don't even know. And you're paying for it automatically. There it is. They don't have to do anything. All they got to do is raise the price of the ticket, which they do all the time. And then you end up paying for internet. And you didn't even ask for it. Next story. Man, he's trash. Next story. Where'd it go? Elon Musk. Where's my last one at? Man, they playing with me. Why is it playing with me? I have one more story for you. But hurricane season runs till November 30th. That's a long time. That is a long time. Now, hopefully, it's usually not that busy around that time because it's cooling off. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, here it is. The United. There it is. The United article. I wanted to find out how much they're charging. United accuses got price gouging Florida as they leave. Oh yeah, here we go. Bam, bam, bam. All right, somebody got a picture of the flight ticket. That's what I want to see. I want to see how much it really costs. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. These greedy bastards are just trying to take advantage of everybody. Hey, United, what's up with the price gouging in Tampa for people trying to evacuate? Your prices aren't nearly as comparable as American or Southwest. Shady. Oh, so look at this. Let's see. 10 a.m. Where's he going? To 2 stops to that looks like Chicago. And what is this? $3.99. I can't really tell. This picture kind of sucks. It's not okay. Here's a screenshot. Economy. Ooh. Comparable 234, 934. Where are they going? To Orlando. This is going to Orlando. I mean, not Orlando. This is going to Chicago, and this is going to Houston. $1,000. Man, well, where everybody else? We gotta get a price comparison to everybody else. And let's see. Flight to Tampa to Chicago. $1,000. Damn, they trying to get them. Southwest all sold out. You can't even get on Southwest. Southwest is all booked up. Everybody trying to get up out of there, man. And and Southwest tickets aren't cheap. So, but Southwest probably they're not available because they're not flying the planes. That's probably not bought up. They're just not flying the planes. That's what that is. So, but dang, there it is. There it is. Filthy, nasty work. Nothing is free. Nothing's free. Nope, nothing is free. Not a damn thing is free. Not a damn thing. And listen, disaster is profit. You remember during COVID? You remember how much everything went up during COVID? Amazon, all the stuff. Amazon got backed up, but they raised the prices during COVID. You remember? I think a guy went to jail because he got all that hand sanitizer and he was raising the price of the hand sanitizer on people. He was charging like an astronomical amount of money. I think the police got involved with that. So anytime there's some stuff going on, they're going to take your time, they're going to take advantage, and they're going to charge you more money. It is what it is, y'all. Now, can you prefer? Do you have an emergency fund? Yeah, but it's not like an emergency disaster fund. Don't nobody have no volcano fund. Who got the money for a volcano? You don't think that's going to happen? Or, when the winter comes, because, when the winter comes, people get snowed in, all kind of crazy stuff happens. I don't people think people have funds just laying around for bad weather. You got your emergency fund, you got your emergency account, and you keep it for everything. You lose your job, you pay your rent, pay your bills. Something like this happen, you go out and get the plywood, stuff like this. Oh, that's what you keep it for. But everybody don't just have money laying around to jump into a car, evacuate, drive off, and do that. It's just not that easy. It's not that simple. It just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. But that's life. That's life. If you live in these places, you got to go through. Now, what about people in Oklahoma? You don't get to evacuate before no tornado. Tornado come. Shit, you just gotta get down in your little hole. The what is it? The tornado shelter. That's what you gotta do. Or I don't know. You gotta go hide out. You don't get that kind of time. Hurricane, you get plenty of time. Tornado, you get a few minutes. Same thing. And they just came out with that movie Twister. That came out like 97. Anybody go see the movie Twister? I didn't. I mean, it looks like the same exact thing. I'm not going to see that thing. I don't want to watch it. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Let me know if y'all got any family or anybody going through. Shouts out to them. Hopefully they're safe. Hopefully they're healthy and all that good stuff. And just know when these kind of things happen, they're going to charge you more money. It doesn't matter whatever happened. But listen, when there's more people, it's supply and demand. When people need stuff, they're going to charge more money because there's an opportunity to do so. Uber does it. Airline does it, like this whole dynamic pricing they're talking about doing it at like the fast food places. Man, we've been dealing with that. Airlines, you might pay, the guy in the middle paid $100. The guy on the guy on the window paid $300, and the last guy paid $1,000 because he got his ticket late. Same plane, different times, different prices. Ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense to me. But you just gotta know how the game is played, so the game don't play you, because it damn sure will. Somebody asked me, do I have an earthquake kicking out here in LA? Hell yeah, I got some beans, Spam, underwear, Q-tips, water. I got everything I need. I got what I need. It's all good. I'm straight. I am straight. I don't know. That's what I got. I can't find a damn story. Whatever. Can't find the next story. It's all good. It's all good. But you never know when this kind of stuff. And like to say, global warming, all this stuff is happening a little more frequent. You've seen that movie. What is it? Man, Ryan. Quinn, Dan Quinn. Anyway, the last day, we know when the place starts snowing and like the world's coming to an end. It starts snowing everywhere. California have an earthquake, all that stuff. Like all these natural disasters happen one time. They try to make it sound like that's what's going to happen. What is it? I forget the name of the movie, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Housing in Florida is definitely overpriced. Low wages, high HOA assessments, high insurance costs. Only 5% of Floridians have flood insurance. Tap water in Florida also smells like toilet. Oh yeah, you got for hey. Now let me address the tap water in Florida. Yes. Yeah, the water in Florida do smell a little funny because everybody got well water comes straight out of the dirt. So you got to have a good filtration system or the water gonna smell. And low wages and high HOA fees. Man, HOA fees. Yes. Thank you. Day after tomorrow is the movie. Day after tomorrow. That's when like the whole earth just fall apart. Snow, tornadoes, all this crazy stuff happen. And they make it sound like, oh man, that's what happened to the world. I mean, it don't happen that fast, but things like that happen. But back to the comment. Low wages, high HOA fee. Man, listen. First off, there's this lady. She does these videos about HOA fees, and she just citation. I can't watch the video. It bothers me so much. I don't even find it funny. I don't even find it funny. Not a fan of HOA fees. I read articles all the time about the crazy crap that HOAs do to people. And I read this one article said, "Hey, you don't pay the HOA fees, you can lose your mortgage." Like, what? What you mean if I don't pay the HOA? If you don't pay the HOA fees, you can lose your mortgage. That means they can take the house over HOA fees. Freaking ridiculous. And only 5% of employees have flood insurance. That's true. Yeah, because a lot of people that don't live on the coast, they don't have flood insurance. If you don't live on the beach, you don't have to. Now you live on the beach, yeah, they're gonna make you get a flood insurance because they're not gonna give you the mortgage and insure the place without no flood insurance. Because if your house floods, well, we need to make sure we got our money back out this loan. So that is true. Yeah, Jojo, you must be in Florida, man. How you know all that? But that's 100% true. Flood insurance, you got to have it, and it's optional. Flood insurance is optional. I think on the coast they make you have it, but a lot of people don't have to have flood insurance. Just like in California, you don't have to have earthquake insurance. Everybody's susceptible. Nobody has to have earthquake insurance. Like, hey, do what you want. Renter's insurance, but I don't know if renter's insurance will cover earthquake because they got all kind of crap in these. When you get insurance, you got to really read this stuff. Speaking of that, I got this email from LasVegas.com. It's this good book I read called Supreme Injustice. If you want to read about how horrible if you want to read how bad the Supreme Court is and all the laws that they passed in favor of the government and not in favor of the people, read Supreme Injustice. Anyway, I'm reading this. I read the book Supreme Injustice, and it was talking about all these other things and all these injustices. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Whatever. Damn it, I'm trying to read these comments. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, it'll come back to me. Great book. Great book to read. Overall, the book talks about how the courts really screw over people. They really, really do. Oh, yeah. Arbitration. And they talk about how the Supreme Court, somebody took a case to the Supreme Court about arbitration. Arbitration is when you have a problem with a company, you want to sue them rather than going to court. You have to go to arbitration, which means you have to go, deal with it with the company, and they get to pick the arbitrator. So every time this happens, they're going to do it in their favor. You're never going to get any money. You're not going to get anything. Basically, if somebody sues you, you're like, well, you know what? Hey, we have an agreement. You got to go to arbitration. I get to pick the people, and I get to set it all up. It doesn't go to court. It's not going to trial. This is what's going to happen. And that's what happens. You try to sue, and you're like, oh, no, you take it to court. You can't take it to court because you signed an agreement that has to go to arbitration. Supreme Court passed this. I got this email from LasVegas.com, and this is just a website that says, hey, if you have a disagreement with us, because they sell services like you want to go party, have a party, get on a party bus, go to the club, LasVegas.com, they'll help you do all that. Anyway, hey, if you have a problem with us, you got to go to arbitration. Meaning, if you try to sue us, it's not going to court. You got to come deal with us and our people on our terms. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. And I was just thinking about this. And that happens with the insurance. It happens with all these other things. All these terms and conditions we sign, you have no idea what you're signing up for. No idea. Until you go get a lawyer and you got to sue, you be like, that big ass thing you scroll down and click, man, you have no idea of the things that you are agreeing to and not agreeing to. Insurance is a gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble and it's expensive as hell because you don't need it all the time. But you got to have it. You can't just be out here without no insurance. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. But yeah, man, it's all a sham. It's all a sham. All the sham. Hurricanes, they're making money off people. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. And unfortunately, everybody doesn't have a place to go. And the insurance money is not going to give you enough money to build your whole house again. Some people get the insurance money and it's still not enough to rebuild. All the things that you lose in your house, the flood, the pictures, all your memory, your precious items, all that's in the house. People lose all that. Insurance don't cover all that. And if it does, you can't get that back. You can't get the pictures back. The stuff that, the little trinkets that you have with your children, your first Christmas tree, all that stuff is underwater. You can't get that stuff back. And people don't understand that. And then, if you watch it on the news, you see the hurricane. Oh, man, that looks so sad. And you go on about your business. We get desensitized to this stuff. Those people are down there dealing with that months on end. But the news moves on to something else. This hurricane right now, people are going to be still dealing with this January, February, March, April, May. They're still gonna be dealing with it, but the news won't be covering all that. They won't be covering that. A lot of insurance companies are the oldest businesses in the country. Yes, insurance companies used to insure slaves. That's Wells Fargo used to be an insurance company. They're not. Yeah, Wells Fargo. You see the people. You see their logo with the stagecoach. They used to insure slaves. That's right. You want to buy insurance on your slaves? Wells Fargo used to sell it. If I'm not mistaken. Then they developed into a bank. They developed to a bank. So it's all a dirty game, y'all. It's all a dirty game. Natural disasters, all of it. Everybody's trying to run a business. Everybody's trying to make some money. And the best way you can do about it is, hey, just hide some money on the side and, kind of figure it out. I get it. Look, I'm very empathetic for the people who can't evacuate. I understand why. Because if you had the money, think about it. You got the money and everything is smooth. If everything was great, I get on the plane to go take a vacation. Oh, hurricane coming? Shit. Well, look, where's the hurricane not going to be? Well, let's go down there for a week and we'll come on back. Bam. That would be a great opportunity to get out of town and get away for a little minute. But who got that kind of money? Who has that kind of money to go instead of evacuating? Look, I'm going to Mexico. Hurricane coming to Mexico? No. Cool. We're going to Mexico. We'll be back after this thing passed. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. It's not rich people. It's not rich people who are affected by this stuff. It's people who worked 20, 30 years to pay off the mortgage. House gets destroyed. How you going to get a new mortgage now? They're not, the bank ain't going to give you enough. The insurance company's not giving you enough money to buy a new house. They're not going to do it. JP Morgan too. Oh, it's JP Morgan. Am I wrong? Is JP Morgan's insure slaves or is it Wells Fargo? One or two. One is insure black people. That's for sure. That is a fact. Some of them big old banks used to insure black people. Then they moved on to other things when slavery was over. It's a fact. A lot of horrible stuff out here. They don't teach you that in the schools now, do they? No. If you have $1,600 from Social Security, paid your $900 rent first, you go broke on the 10th. Yeah, man. Hey, Social Security is not enough to pay nobody's bills. It's not enough to do anything. Social Security is not enough. You need more. You need more, man. You need more. And these people, think about a person that's like, retired going through this. They can't go back to work. They can't start over. And these are natural disasters. There's nothing you can do about this. Like, what do? Move? I mean, we're going to see in the next 20, 30 years how this keeps, how it's happening. Because they say all these places are going to be underwater and stuff like that. I don't know. I hope not. I don't know. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. But anyway, I think that's our show for tonight, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Thursday, Cheap Not Broke Live. Like I said, anybody going through the hurricane. So how can you evacuate? Well, you got to drive. Either you got to drive or fly. But most people are going to drive because if you fly, where your cars are going to, your car will sit there and get flooded. At the very least, if the house has some issues, you don't want to have the house and no transportation. So a lot of people drive out of state, take the cars, pack the cars up with their precious stuff, and they get out of town because you don't want nothing to happen to the car, So you need to get gas, hotel. That's $1,000 for 3 days. Exactly, it's $1,000 for 3 days. That's exactly it. Your minimum hotel stay, even Motel 6. Let's look at it. You know what? We on here. Let's look at it. We right here. Let's see how much a hotel is in Jacksonville right now, because that's where a lot of people. Jacksonville, Florida, hotels. Jacksonville, Florida hotels. They don't seem to be that expensive right now. Let's take a look though and see, because I know their price gouging somewhere. Let's say today is what? Today is Wednesday. So let's say I'm gonna ride it out from Thursday to Sunday. Bam. Jacksonville, Florida. Search. Let's see, y'all. Let's see if they price gouging. We right here. Let's see. Let's take a look and see. Boom. Sheraton 162. Now that's just one night. 530 to 79 days. Aloft Jacksonville Territory, let's say 579. So this is just how much a person would pay if you're going from Tampa, driving to Jacksonville, 4 hours, about 4 hours. Let's see, $88 for 301, 3 nights, weekly in. I want to see the cheaper hotels like Motel 6s. Stable in Jacksonville West, $61, 207. This is nice. Now, look, if you're just trying to go, all right, I got to evacuate, get out of there, $61 a night ain't going to kill you. Let's look at the reviews. Now, listen, I talk about this all the time. Don't be getting no hotel. Don't read the reviews. Get the reviews. Oh, shit. 210, checked in, couldn't stay, no AC, smelled like cigarettes, couldn't breathe within 5 minutes of the room, was refused a refund. We're sorry to hear about that. Fair. It was during the hurricane. All right, so this is real stuff. It was during the hurricane, so wasn't expecting much, but couldn't check in till 4 p.m. No one at the front door till around 10 p.m. Couldn't check out. I think they had a guy at the yeah. So this is real. Now 20 out of 10. Now this is 10 out of 10, right? Now check this out. Nobody wrote nothing. Responses: we truly appreciate the positive response. One night stay. She didn't say anything, so that they probably put that there. Because this is 2 out of 10, September 16th. Nah, not a good idea. And somebody just stayed there, said this was bad. And look at all the 10 out of 10. All the 10 out of 10s is not a real person. Y'all gotta pay attention to this when you go get these hotels. Just pay attention to that because you don't want to end up in no shithole. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just look at that. Let's look at another one. Let's look at another one while we're here. Let's see. Jacksonville, 162, 533 for night. That's $500. That's a lot. 108. Okay, sleep in Jacksonville in suites, Jacksonville West. This is nice. This looks like okay. Now for 3 nights, you're trying to evacuate from the hotel. How much is it going to cost you out the door? Let's see. 3 nights, check in October 10th, check out on Sunday. 3 nights, get a 1 open. Boom. King size bed, pay at the property. Don't matter. No, I paid the property because I might find me a better deal somewhere else. I don't never pay right now. I'm paying the property because I don't know what y'all gonna do. Pay at the property. Bam. How much is it out the door? $367. So about $100 a night. Now that's a lot of money to somebody who don't have it. Plus the gas in the car costs you about $50 to get up there, $50 to get back. You got to eat 3 nights. So $367 plus, let's just say $100 in gas because you still got to drive around while you're there. Food costs, let's say $100, $600 right there. $600 right there. And that's just to run away from the hurricane. Stuff is already tough. You don't have a lot of money, right? You don't have a lot of money. $150 for the hotel. Hey, look, see, you already calling it out. $50 fast. Then you got to drive, eat out. You got to eat out 3 meals a day, daylight, because you're just sitting around the hotel not doing nothing. You're just chilling. You got to eat. You're running up the bill, right? Definitely not that expensive. Fake reviews. Yeah, exactly. The 10 out of 10. Those are fake reviews. $367 for your safety is not expensive. Yeah, hey, that's why you got to read the reviews. You don't know what you're walking into. I try to stay at the same hotels because I know what I'm getting, but sometimes money tight, you got to stay where you got to stay. But, the point of showing that is, look, you're not getting out of there for $500. $100 a night hotel. It depends on what city you're in. New York City, you can forget it. You're in a hostel. New York, you're in a hostel. New York, LA, you're in a hostel for $100 a night. You can forget that. That's not going to happen. But in Jacksonville, $100 a night, you could do a $100 a night hotel in Jacksonville. However, you're going to be way outside on the outskirts of the city, and that's everywhere you go. Hotel prices are cheap. Oh, this is great. Look at a map. You be like, damn, this is far from everything. That's why it's so cheap. So pay attention to that stuff. But that's what happens, y'all. When you got to evacuate, you got to spend the money. Everybody don't have the money like that. They're the same people. They got to look up flights. They got to look up hotels. They got to look up gas. And they got to eat out every night. So you got to figure all that stuff out, and it's not cheap. And the people who stay in, they got to go hunker down. They got to get food. You're not getting out there cheap. Anytime a natural disaster comes, you got to spend some money. Whether you stay or go, you're not getting out cheap. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I just got back from a New York work trip, $400 a night, and that was the norm. Crazy. Man, listen, New York, I know so many people. My first time going to New York, I swapped apartments with somebody. It was a comedian. He came to LA and he just stayed in my place. I went to New York and stayed in his place. Other than that, my ass was not going to New York. Very true. What part of New York did you stay in? Were you in Manhattan or Brooklyn? Because this looks like a Manhattan price. New York is super. Them hotels are, oh man, they're going to stick it to you in New York. You go to New York, I don't know, 3 nights, and 300 is about the minimum. 3, 6, 9, that's $900. $900, 3 nights in New York, plus a flight up there and back. That's $1,000 trip in 3 days. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Man, yes, sir. I knew it. Manhattan. That's a Manhattan price. Now you can probably find 300 in Brooklyn. $100? No, not in New York. There's gonna be rats there. You're not staying in New York for $100. Not that cheap. I stayed in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. I think it cost me it was like three something a night. Definitely not two. Definitely not two. Not happening. And then when you go, another thing about hotels, when you go to a hotel, Friday night and Saturday night, they're gonna tax you. They're going to tax you. You want to go to Las Vegas and go for the cheap Monday through Wednesday, dirt cheap. Nobody's really out there. Nobody's out there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, Sunday night too. Oh, you're gonna pay for that hotel. Hotels, they make up all their money on those nights, all the money. So if you and that's the thing about the hurricane, you got to book the hotel last minute because you don't know when it's coming. You can't book it 2 weeks out. This is not a vacation. You don't know what's coming up, so you got to book it last minute. Like I said, you got to eat out 3 nights or 3 days. And you still got to drive around right there. You got to drive back. You're not getting out for the cheap. So have a little empathy for them people. All right, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be back tomorrow night. I stayed for 3 nights over $1,200. All right. Now I want to look up hotels in New York. Okay, before we go, I just want to see it. Yeah, we got to look. I just want y'all to see how much these damn hotels cost. Because now you got me. I want to show you why a lot of people don't go to New York. All right. Now we're going to look up, let's say a month from now is going to be not the 13th through the 10th of November, 17th. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm not going to look up Thanksgiving because that's going to be stupid high. Stupid high. Let's see. All right. Here we go. New York. How much does it cost to stay in New York? On average, spot on. Oh, they're going to tax you right here. All right. Let's see. All right. We're in Manhattan. Let's zoom in right here. Zoom in. Search this area. Bam. Empire State Building. So, yeah, this is around where some tourists live. Let's see. 277. The Moxie. Okay. Now look. Okay. See, look at this. 277. That looks great. And I stayed at the Moxie. Now, did we stay at the New York? I know. Babe, did we stay at the New York? Did we stay at the Moxie New York Times? I don't know. Yeah, we stayed at this one. This is it. The Moxie. It says 277. Okay, great. Then you get into it. 277, 287. Okay, but what the hell? It gets up to 1,000. You got to get to click it. You can't just look at that. 287. That looks reasonable. That's what you saw in Jacksonville, did you not? All right, cool. 287. 3 nights. Oh man. November 259. Thursday night 259.47. Friday night 259. Saturday night 341. It goes up damn near $100. Taxes 137. Local tax 1388. Destination fee. What the f is that? What is a destination fee? $90. Your grand total comes to $1,100. And Gabe just said what? $1,200. So shoot, that's average. That's average in New York. That's why a lot of people haven't been. 3 nights is $1,000. That's no plane ticket. You haven't ate nothing yet. That's just average cost in New York. Shoot, nah, man, that's crazy. Yeah, nah, man, that's wild. That's wild. It was a change, so you might find something around 200. You can find a hotel for $150 a night in Brooklyn and Queens. Yeah, during the middle of the week. You're not in New York City. Saturday night hotel $250 and up, and y'all know that. Popular chain. You know that. You can find one for Brooklyn, Queens. I don't know about that. Yes, around that price. Destination fee is similar to the resort fee in Vegas. Yeah, they're really getting out of pocket with these fees, y'all. Look, back in the 2010s, you weren't paying that. I remember when I went to Vegas, I wasn't paying a resort fee. And here's the thing about the resort fee. You don't use all those services. They're making you pay for stuff that you're not using. We need to take that back to Congress. Congress needs to go back down there and do this and redo this. Remember Joe Biden was fighting for junk fees? That is a junk fee. Resort fee. For what? Why am I paying that? But anyway, let's look at these and we're going to get up out of here. We got to be back tomorrow night. Oh, let's see. Cameron, Chelsea, and Chelsea is expensive. This is $1,000 a night. Oh man, Langham, New York, 5th Avenue, 697. The Gregorian, 314. So look, your average, and this is just a random night in November, $1,000, $1,000. Average night, look, $1,000. Hyatt Place, Milltown. So let's look in Brooklyn, y'all. Right over here, Brooklyn. It says cheaper in Brooklyn. We about to find out. I don't think so. Same night, but it is cheaper. I ain't gonna lie. Brooklyn is cheaper. Moxie Williamsburg, 336, $1,000. 300. Well, we're not off to a good start in Brooklyn. Rockaway Hotel, Brooklyn, 710. Now that's under $3,000. Let's look at this one. This got to be trash. $200. Now listen, would I recommend staying here? Let's take a look at the reviews. 282 reviews. I bet they're bad. Poor service. Yep, gotta be bad. That cheap. I recently stayed August 9th. I recently stayed at the Rockaway Inn, New York City. It was a disappointing experience. The room was cramped, poorly maintained with peeling paint, unkept bathroom. I don't care about all that. Oh, he got pictures. Let's look at the pictures, y'all. Lording and soliciting is strictly forbidden. Oh yeah, they got people walking through the hallway selling stuff. That's dirty. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Damn, you can't see it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta share it. Share this tab instead. Bam, look at this. There's the pictures. This is the pictures from the hotel. Look at that. What the hell is that? What is that? Oh, that's dust. Oh man, did they not come by and clean? Ugh. And this is for oh wow. This is for 710. This is at the oh man, let me go back real quick. Hold on. Go back. Oh my god. This is at the Rockaway Hotel in Brooklyn. The Rockaway Hotel in Brooklyn. Go back, share the screen again. Damn it, my damn controls is all jacked up. The Rockaway Hotel in Brooklyn. This is the last one. All right. Rockaway Hotel in Brooklyn. This place is terrible. $203 a night. You're getting out for $710. How much is it for 3 nights? This is just the basics. Man. Let's see. 710, 609, 149, 149, 299 the last 2 nights. All the reviews were poor. Hell no. No, sir. We're not going to do that. That's the problem with New York. You have to stay east or west and spend an hour on trains and touristy areas to get to. Yeah, man. You lose a lot of time in New York traveling. That's the thing about New York. When you go to New York, you're going to lose so much time on the train. A third of your day is going to be on the train. You can't do Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens in a day. Nope, not on the train. Yes, you're going to start your day at 6 o'clock in the morning, ending at 10 o'clock at night. You're not happening. It's not happening. All right, everybody. We're back tomorrow night. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Gabe, hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, Gabe. Hey, appreciate you dropping in. And glad you made it back from New York. And you weren't lying. He was spot on. Every price that he said on New York, we went to the hotels. He wasn't lying. Shauna, you said the hotels were cheaper in Brooklyn. I did not see that. That's not true. New York is New York. They're going to tack your ass. Josh Brown, Phyllis Hall, Johnny Hall. Thank you all for the comments tonight. What y'all think about the background music? Y'all like that? Try the background music, add a little more element to it. Let me know what you think about that. And we're going to be back tomorrow night. Another show. What are we talking about? It won't be the hurricane, But like I said, if you got anybody with the hurricane going through it, please check on them. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they got the devices charged up and all that good stuff. Make sure everything is okay with your people. Check in on them. And let me see. Do I got any shows this night? Nope. I'm filling up my calendar. I got a couple October shows. Don't have anything on the top of my head right now. No shows this week. I will be at Legacy Lounge on Thursday night. You want to come check me out working some new material Thursday night? Come check me out Thursday night working my new material. And thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to be back again on Thursday night. And take care. I'll see you. Check out my new ad. Y'all like the new ad? I'm trying to break out some new ads. Let me know what you think about it. I'll see y'all Thursday night. Cheap Now Bro fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button.